Warriors, listen closely. Focus isn't just a skill, it's your lifeline. Without it, even the mightiest among us become aimless, drifting through days like a ship abandoned in open sea, tossed by every passing wave of distraction. But when focus ignites within you, it becomes a blade so sharp it slices through doubt, cuts past noise, and carves a path straight to purpose. You don't lose because you're weak or unintelligent. You lose because your attention has been hijacked by endless pings, by the opinions of others, by the illusion that doing more equals being more. The truth? The modern world is engineered to fragment your mind. This isn't a new battle. The Stoics saw it coming over 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That strength begins with focus, the conscious direction of your energy toward what truly matters. Master this, and chaos no longer rules you. You rule it. This isn't about grinding harder or sitting longer. It's about clarity. It's about knowing with absolute certainty where your attention belongs and refusing to let anything irrelevant steal it. Seneca put it plainly, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." When your focus shatters, time slips through your fingers like sand, but when it's whole, even ordinary moments feel infinite. Picture yourself as an archer. The bow is in your hands. The arrow is nocked. Around you, the crowd roars, the wind howls, and doubt whispers in your ear. Yet the Stoic way teaches you to breathe, to still the storm within, to lock eyes on your target and release. That's focus. Not frantic effort, but unwavering precision. In the next half hour, I'll reveal 10 Stoic-inspired principles that can triple your concentration. These aren't trendy hacks or empty affirmations. They're battle-tested truths, forged in the fires of ancient Rome, designed to cut through today's digital chaos just as effectively as they did in an age of empires and exile. Each one will not only sharpen your mind, but infuse your days with meaning and direction. But here's the core truth. Focus is a choice. Every sunrise, you decide where your attention flows, and every choice builds your future. Epictetus warned, "You become what you give your attention to." Feed your mind chaos, and you live in restlessness. Feed it anger, and bitterness takes root. But feed it growth, discipline, and purpose, and you become unstoppable. So ask yourself, where has your focus lived lately? Has it been scattered by the world's endless noise? Or is it honed, guarded, and aimed like a warrior's blade? This isn't just another video. It's a call to reclaim your sovereignty, because your attention isn't just valuable, it's sacred. And yes, your life depends on protecting it. Before we begin, make a promise to yourself, not to me. Don't just consume these ideas, live them. Embed these 10 truths into your daily rhythm. If you do, your focus won't merely improve, it will transform you into someone unshakable. Now, do me a favor. Hit like, drop a comment, share this with someone who's drowning in distraction, and subscribe. Don't skip a word. By the end, your mind will be sharper than it's been in years. And when you're ready, type this in the comments. My focus is my power. Let's begin.
Truth 1. Guard your mind like a fortress. Your focus is only as strong as the boundaries you build around your inner world. In antiquity, cities survived not by luck, but by unbroken walls. The Stoics applied the same logic to the human psyche. The greatest threat isn't external, it's the slow invasion of trivialities that erode your mental sovereignty. Marcus Aurelius once scolded himself, "You have been wandering, now you must stop." He wasn't lost in geography, he was lost in thought, letting his mind scatter like autumn leaves. That warning echoes louder today. Every notification, every scroll, every auto-played video is a crack in your fortress. And once the walls fall, your focus is plundered. Companies spend billions not to inform you, but to steal seconds of your attention. Each click is a chain. Each distraction a tax on your clarity. So protect your mind like sacred ground. Say no more than you say yes. Treat your attention as non-negotiable. Before engaging with anything, ask, will this help me become who I'm meant to be? If not, shut the gate. Build rituals that reinforce your walls. Start your day in silence, not with your phone. Identify your top 3 priorities each morning and structure your energy around them. Create a physical space, however small, free from noise, where your mind can breathe. The Stoics didn't practice stillness as a luxury, they saw it as survival. When you guard your mind like a fortress, you stop feeling reactive. You become resilient, unshakable. You're no longer at the mercy of the world's chaos, you command it. And in that command, your focus doesn't just double, it explodes. Own this truth. Write it down. Say it aloud. I guard my focus like a fortress. Truth 2. Cut away what weakens you. Focus isn't built by piling on more discipline. It's forged by ruthless subtraction. A sculptor doesn't create a masterpiece by adding more marble. He reveals the form by chiseling away everything that isn't essential. The Stoics lived this truth daily. Epictetus once said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid by others." Why? Because those around you won't understand why you walk away from what they cling to. Endless group chats, gossip, mindless entertainment, toxic conversations. But if you want focus, you must cut. Most people never reach their potential not because they lack talent, but because they refuse to let go. They carry emotional and mental baggage that serves no purpose except to weigh them down. Every unnecessary obligation, every draining relationship, every scroll through empty content, it doesn't just steal minutes, it erodes your clarity. Focus thrives in simplicity. Chaos flourishes in excess. Minimalism isn't about aesthetics, it's a mental strategy. A Stoic clears his inner landscape the same way a warrior sharpens his blade, by removing what dulls it. You cannot deepen your concentration if your mind is drowning in noise. You must curate a life where only what truly matters remains. Ask yourself honestly, what weakens me? Who drains my energy? Where do I waste my fire? Write it down. See it clearly. Then, one by one, begin to cut it away. Yes, it may feel uncomfortable at first, like removing a splinter, but the relief that follows is liberation. Marcus Aurelius offered a piercing insight. If you seek tranquility, do less. Or more precisely, do only what is essential. True peace and laser-sharp focus don't come from doing everything. They come from doing the right things with full presence. Focus isn't a gift bestowed upon the lucky. It's a choice, one that begins with subtraction. When you remove the non-essential, you don't just reclaim time, you reclaim strength. You create space for depth, for mastery, for meaning. Like a sculptor revealing the statue hidden in stone, your life becomes a work of art only when you have the courage to cut away the excess.
Truth 3. Master the power of single tasking. The modern world worships multitasking, but it's a myth that destroys focus. Your mind isn't a circus performer juggling flaming torches.
It's an arrow, and an arrow cannot strike two targets at once. Seneca warned, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." When you scatter your attention, you lose depth. You skim the surface of many things, but master none. The Stoics were masters of presence. They believed that to live fully was to give yourself entirely to this moment, to this breath, this task, this conversation. And in that total presence, focus becomes unbreakable. Imagine writing with your whole mind, not half of it. Imagine listening to a friend without glancing at your phone. Imagine working on your dream with undivided energy. That's single tasking. Modern neuroscience confirms what the Stoics knew intuitively. The brain isn't built for true multitasking. Every time you switch tasks, you burn cognitive fuel and fragment your attention. But when you commit fully to one thing, you enter what psychologists call flow, a state of effortless concentration where time dissolves and performance soars. To master single tasking, train your mind like a muscle. Start small. When you eat, just eat. When you read, just read. When you work, just work. Resist the reflex to scatter. At first, it will feel strange because distraction has become an addiction. But with practice, your capacity for deep focus will grow. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Think about that. If this were your final task, would you rush it? Would you split your attention? Or would you pour your entire being into it? That's the Stoic standard. That's how you triple your focus. Single tasking transforms the mundane into the meaningful. It makes work fulfilling, conversations profound, and goals attainable. You don't need to do more. You need to do one thing brilliantly. Lock this in. I give my full focus to one task. Truth 4. Discipline your environment. You cannot cultivate focus in a storm. A distracted environment breeds a distracted mind. The Stoics understood this deeply. While you can't control the world, you can control the space you choose to inhabit. Epictetus advised, keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. That wisdom extends beyond people. It applies to your physical surroundings. If your desk is cluttered, your thoughts will be too. If your phone buzzes every 3 minutes, your attention will shatter. If your space is filled with temptations, your willpower will crumble. Most people rely on sheer will, but willpower is finite. Your environment, however, shapes your behavior more powerfully than any intention. Disciplining your environment means designing conditions where focus flows naturally. Remove distractions. Clean your workspace. Put your phone in another room during deep work. Place visual reminders of your goals where you'll see them daily. A quote, a photo, a vision board. Turn your space into a temple of concentration. The Stoics practiced this deliberately. They sought quiet places to reflect. They walked in nature to quiet mental noise. They simplified their surroundings to amplify inner clarity. They knew strength isn't just internal. It's cultivated through the spaces we choose. Ask yourself, does my environment pull me toward my goals or away from them? If it's the latter, change it. Needing structure isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Focus isn't born in chaos, it's nurtured in order. Picture a warrior sharpening his sword before battle. Picture a philosopher clearing his desk before writing. Now picture yourself creating a space where focus breathes freely, where distraction isn't a constant battle, but a distant echo. That's discipline. That's control. And that's how you multiply your focus by 200%.
Truth 5. Train your attention with stillness. In a world obsessed with speed, Stillness is the ultimate act of rebellion and the ultimate source of power. Stillness isn't emptiness, it's presence. It's the deliberate return to yourself amid the noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can you find a more peaceful, freer place than your own soul." Yet today, silence feels foreign. We fill every gap with sound, every pause with scrolling. But without stillness, your focus is fragile, like a flame in the wind. The Stoics treated silence as mental training. Just as weights build physical strength, stillness builds attentional strength. It teaches you to choose your thoughts instead of being dragged by them. You don't need hours on a mountaintop. Start with 5 minutes. Before your day begins, sit in silence. No phone, no noise, just you and your breath. When chaos erupts during the day, pause, breathe, remind yourself, I control my mind. Nothing outside controls me. This is where focus grows. Every time you gently guide your wandering attention back to the present. Stillness is the gym of the mind. The Stoics used practical exercises, visualizing challenges in advance, reflecting on worst-case scenarios to drain fear of its power, sitting quietly to reconnect with what mattered. These weren't spiritual luxuries, they were focus drills. Try this today. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Let your thoughts race. Then, without judgment, bring them back to your breath, your purpose, your next task. At first, your mind will resist, but soon you'll feel a new steadiness rising within you, the strength of unshakable focus. Stillness isn't absence, it's full presence. It's the power to reclaim your mind and direct it where it belongs. In stillness, you don't lose time, you invest it. And when your attention is trained, it becomes a weapon. Make this your vow. I train my focus through stillness. Truth 6. Turn obstacles into focus fuel. Distraction doesn't only come from pleasure. It often arrives disguised as pain. Frustration, setbacks, and unexpected challenges can scatter your mind faster than any notification. When life gets hard, most people collapse inward. They drown in emotion, lose clarity, and surrender the reins to chaos. But the Stoics discovered a radical alternative. Use obstacles as fuel. Marcus Aurelius declared one of the most transformative truths in human history. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The very things that derail others can sharpen you if you choose to wield them. Think of your focus like fire. Throw water on it and it dies. But throw wood on it and it roars. Pain, criticism, failure, they're not extinguishers, they're kindling. When someone doubts you, don't waste energy on resentment. Channel that fire into your work. When a project stalls, don't spiral into panic. Redirect your full attention to the solution. When life tests you, don't fracture. Focus harder. Every obstacle is a choice point. Will it break your concentration or build it? The answer lies in perspective. Train yourself to pause in the face of difficulty and ask, how can this serve me? How can this challenge make my focus stronger? With practice, you'll begin to see problems not as interruptions, but as invitations to deepen discipline, clarify purpose, and ignite resolve. The world is full of distractions masquerading as crises, but when you learn to flip them, they become power sources. And once you master this alchemy, your focus is no longer fragile. It becomes indestructible.
Truth 7. Live by daily rituals, not random impulses. A distracted mind lives reactively, chasing urgency, bouncing from one shiny object to the next, never building depth. A focused mind lives ritually. The Stoics believed that order in daily life creates freedom in the soul. Epictetus taught, first, say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Rituals are the bridge between vision and action. They are anchors. When the tides of distraction pull, rituals ground you. They give your mind a rhythm, a reliable pattern to return to. Without them, you're adrift. With them, you move with intention toward your destination. Consider the small daily rituals that fortify focus, waking with purpose instead of panic, journaling to clarify your thoughts, beginning work in silence, blocking time for deep tasks, reviewing your day each evening. These may seem minor, but compounded over time, they forge a mental discipline that no distraction can easily shatter. Most people wait for motivation, but motivation is fickle. Rituals don't depend on how you feel. They depend on who you've decided to be. When you live by ritual, focus becomes automatic. Your mind knows what to do, when to do it, and why it matters. The Stoics structured their days with precision. Morning reflections prepared them for the day's trials. Evening reviews strengthened their wisdom. They lived by rhythm, not randomness, and that rhythm allowed them to remain calm and centered even as empires crumbled around them. Ask yourself, what rituals can protect my focus? What daily habits can anchor me? Start with one. Do it consistently. Then add another. Rituals aren't cages, they're wings. They free you from the tyranny of impulse and place your destiny in the hands of discipline. And that discipline? It's how you triple your focus. Truth 8. Control your inner dialogue. Your focus isn't only stolen by the outside world, it's sabotaged from within. The voice in your head, doubt, fear, overthinking, endless mental chatter can drain your attention faster than any external distraction. The Stoics knew this. They trained their inner dialogue because outer clarity begins within. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And your reaction starts with your thoughts. If your inner monologue is chaotic, your focus will be too. But if it's steady, your attention becomes unshakable." Most people let their minds run wild. They replay past mistakes. They catastrophize the future. They argue with themselves in endless loops. Every time they do, their attention leaks, like water from a cracked vessel. Focus demands you repair that vessel. You must become the editor of your inner voice. When negativity arises, don't wrestle it, replace it. Instead of "I can't do this," say "I'll stay with this until it's done." Instead of "I'm overwhelmed," say "I'll take one step at a time." This isn't naive optimism, it's Stoic training. It's feeding your mind language that builds focus, not breaks it. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily, not for an audience, but to shape his inner world. He reminded himself of his values and silenced internal noise. You can do the same. Write down your fears, name your doubts, then overwrite them with truths that center you. Your inner dialogue is either your prison or your weapon. Master it, and no external storm can shatter your focus.
Truth 9. Strengthen focus through the body. Focus isn't just mental, it's physical. A sleep-deprived body cannot sustain a sharp mind. A sedentary, overstimulated lifestyle breeds a restless spirit. The Stoics treated the body as the mind's loyal servant and trained it accordingly.
Seneca wrote, "We should treat the body rigorously, that it may not be disobedient to the mind." This wasn't about vanity, it was strategic wisdom. Your brain doesn't float in a vacuum. It lives in a body shaped by sleep, nutrition, movement, and breath. Neglect these and your focus will falter, no matter how strong your will. But discipline your body and your mind rises naturally. You don't need extreme routines. Aim for balance. Sleep consistently. Move daily, even a 20-minute walk. Eat foods that energize rather than dull you. Breathe deeply. Spend time in fresh air. These simple acts lift the fog of fatigue and create the physiological conditions for laser-sharp attention. The Stoics walked in nature, practiced physical discipline, and lived simply, not to punish themselves, but to keep their minds clear. They understood the mind cannot be free if the body is in chains. Your focus lives in your breath, your posture, your energy. Strengthen the vessel, and the flame within burns brighter. Truth 10. Live each day as if focus decides everything. The most dangerous lie we tell ourselves is this: I'll focus tomorrow. But tomorrow is a phantom. It promises abundance while delivering only regret. The Stoics knew time is not guaranteed, it's borrowed. Marcus Aurelius wrote with haunting urgency, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Focus isn't something you prepare for someday. It isn't a tool you pick up when conditions are perfect. It's the very fabric of how you live today. Every moment of scattered attention isn't just wasted time, it's a fragment of your life you'll never reclaim. Distraction doesn't just steal minutes, it steals meaning. It hollows out your purpose, leaving you restless, fragmented, and unfulfilled. Live with scattered attention and your life becomes a collage of half-finished efforts, abandoned dreams, and forgotten intentions. But live as though focus decides everything, as though each moment carries weight, and your life sharpens into something powerful, coherent, and deeply meaningful. This isn't about frantic productivity. Stoic focus was never haste. It was deliberate presence. It was standing fully in the now and asking, what deserves my attention today? Then guarding that answer with everything you have. Focus isn't found by accident. It's protected, cultivated, defended. Imagine waking not to the buzz of a notification, but to clarity. You open your eyes and ask, what truly matters today? That single question becomes your compass. At night, you reflect, did I give my best attention to what mattered most? If yes, you rest in peace. If no, you rise with renewed resolve. This is how focus grows, not through grand declarations, but through daily practice. The Stoics lived with urgency because they never assumed they had more time. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Carry that truth in your heart and you'll stop postponing your attention. You won't wait for someday. You'll focus now, because now is all you ever truly have. Living this way transforms your relationship with distraction. That ping, that endless scroll, that idle gossip, they shrink in significance when measured against the brevity of life. You realize your attention is your most sacred currency, and when you spend it wisely, life itself becomes richer. Every day becomes an act of purpose, not panic, but intention. This urgency doesn't exhaust you. It clarifies you. It sharpens your vision and fuels your resolve. And as days become months and months become years, you'll look back not on a scattered existence, but on a life forged in focus, strength, and meaning. So don't wait. Don't let distractions steal what can never be returned. Live as if focus decides everything, because it does.
The final charge. Focus is not just a tool, it is your life's edge. With it, you cut through chaos, you silence the noise, you build a life that resonates with power and purpose. Without it,
you scatter yourself until nothing of substance remains. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, faced exile, war, betrayal, and loss, yet they remained unshaken, not because of wealth or status, but because of one thing: focus. The focus to live by their principles, the focus to act with clarity, the focus to master themselves before seeking to master the world. And you can do the same. Guard your mind like a fortress. Cut away what weakens you. Master single-tasking. Discipline your environment. Train your attention with stillness. Turn obstacles into fuel. Live by rituals, not impulses. Control your inner dialogue. Strengthen your body. And live each day as if focus decides everything. These 10 truths are not mere ideas, they are weapons. Wield them and your focus won't just improve, it will transform your destiny. Remember, focus is a choice. Every moment you decide, will you give it away or protect it? Will you scatter it or sharpen it? In those choices, you forge your future. So take these truths, live them, breathe them, protect your focus like your soul depends on it, because it does. Before you go, do this. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with a fellow warrior. Together, let's build a community of focused, purpose-driven minds. And as you leave, type this final line in the comments. Let it be your vow. My focus creates my destiny.